Good morning, everyone. I request everyone to please rise for the morning prayer.
Good morning, everybody. Let's sit up straight. It is an assembly, so we must follow the decorum. Close your eyes and put your hands on your knees. And for a few moments, focus internally. Be with your thoughts. And also consciously breathe in and breathe out. And as you do that exercise, let go of any hindrance in your thoughts which drags you down, and focus on creating your own happiness. As you breathe in, see the energy in every cell of your body. Feel it. And with every breath out, let go of the tightness. Let us focus on the abundance of the universe, this beautiful Mother Earth on which we are born, our planet, and be grateful for the bounties which have been bestowed on us. And let us consciously today decide how we are going to nurture and do our bit for our planet. And with that feeling of gratitude and abundance, let us rub our hands, cup our eyes, and welcome this day today. It's the 22nd of April, and like every year, a very important day for each one of us who belong to this planet. It is the Earth Day, and it is just to raise that consciousness in each one of you that what are we doing? The Earth is in a turmoil, and we hear of so much happening around in terms of natural calamities, which is actually the result of our own deeds. So children, I hand over to the Eco Club to take this assembly forward and also to remind us of our duty and responsibility towards our planet. So over to you, please.
Good morning, everyone. Today, we have assembled here to celebrate Earth Day, a day that reminds us of our shared responsibility towards the beautiful planet we call home. As Lady Bird Johnson rightly said, the environment is where we all meet, where we all have a mutual interest. It is the one thing all of us share. Earth Day is not just a celebration, it's a call to action, a call to adopt sustainability, conserve resources, and act responsibly for a greener, cleaner future. To begin our program, I now invite Rashi and Renaz of Class 10 to enlighten us about the significance of Earth Day.
Earth Day is an annual event on April 22nd to demonstrate support for environmental protection. First held on April 22nd, 1970, it now includes a wide range of events, including 1 million people in more than 193 countries. It serves as a reminder of the importance of environmental conservation and sustainability.
It's scorching hot today. It's only April and it already feels like peak summer. Wasn't it just this past weekend that we had rain and storms? Every year it just gets worse. I miss the day when April still felt like spring.
It's starting to feel like unexpected weather is the new normal. Sudden weather shifts, unseasonal rain, intense heat waves, and unexpected cold spells. They're no longer rare. While it might seem like just weird weather, these changes are actually a part of a much bigger issue, climate change.
So, how big of a deal is climate change actually?
Climate change refers to the long-term alteration of temperature and typical weather patterns in a place. It is largely driven by human activities like burning fossil fuels are by far the largest contributors to global climate change, accounting for over 75% of global greenhouse gas emissions and nearly 90% of all carbon dioxide emissions. These gases trap heat, disrupting the natural balance of Earth's climate system. Cutting down trees, unsustainable land use, industrial agriculture also contributes to accelerating destruction of ecosystem and biodiversity. The last 8 years have been the hottest ever recorded in human history.
Honestly, it makes you think, if this is how it is now, what's it going to be like in 10 years?
You're right. Let me share some facts with you according to the UN's Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, surpassing the 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold, which would trigger devastating consequences. More frequent and intense droughts, heat waves, and extreme rainfall. 90,000 additional deaths additionally from heat waves. 15 billion more people exposed to wildlife risk each year. Over 2 billion more people flooded, over 2 million more people flooded annually in coastal areas. $300 billion in flood damage every year. Widespread droughts, water shortages, and declining agriculture productivity. These are not distant possibilities, they are real, looming threats.
Yes, right here in Delhi and Chandigarh, we've already been experiencing the real and rising impacts of climate change. Increasing temperatures and are leading to more frequent and intense heat waves, putting vulnerable groups like the elderly and children at serious risk. Power cuts during peak of summer have become all too common. Our air quality continues to decline, worsened by the high number of vehicles on the road, contributing to a surge in respiratory issues such as asthma. Unpredictable rainstorms now regularly flood our streets, overwhelming drainage systems and causing major traffic disruptions and property damage. Meanwhile, nearby farming regions are struggling with crop damage, pushing food prices up. And with warmer, stagnant conditions, mosquito borne diseases such as dengue are spreading faster than ever. It really makes me wonder, are our leaders actually doing anything about the worsening climate crisis?
World leaders have long emphasized the urgency of limited global warming. That's why, back in 2015, 196 countries came together to adopt the Paris Agreement during the UN Climate Change Conference in Paris on December 12. It was a historic moment of global commitment. Its goal is to hold the increase in the global average temperature to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels and pursue efforts to limit the climate increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels by 2025.
But we all must understand that recognizing small changes in our daily lives is the first step towards seeing the bigger picture of climate change. The next step is action, whether it's reducing waste, conserving energy, supporting sustainable businesses, or holding our leaders accountable. We all have a role to play. Change doesn't just happen overnight, but it begins when individuals choose to act and communities come together with purpose. The climate crisis demands urgency, and every small action, when multiplied, becomes a part of a much larger solution. Now, let's watch a video to better understand climate change, its causes, consequences, and what we can do about it.
If overnight, a storm so powerful swept through your town, uprooting trees, flooding homes, and leaving the world around you in chaos. Now, imagine this happening again and again, but worse each time. This is the reality we're facing as climate change fuels extreme weather events around the globe. But how did we get here? And more importantly, is there a way to turn the tide? Our story begins nearly 2 centuries ago, in the early days of the Industrial Revolution. Back then, humanity discovered something remarkable: fossil fuels. Coal, oil, and natural gas-powered industries transformed economies and accelerated progress. But with this leap came an unintended consequence: the gradual buildup of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. Imagine a thickening blanket wrapped around our planet, trapping the sun's warmth. That's precisely what these gases do. Normally, a little warmth is good. It keeps our planet habitable. But with excessive greenhouse gases, we're now facing a dangerous imbalance, turning up the Earth's thermostat. This warming isn't just about hotter summers. It's reshaping ecosystems, melting glaciers, raising sea levels, and triggering extreme weather events like hurricanes, droughts, and wildfires. Millions of people and countless species are already feeling the impact. Take, for instance, the people of the small Pacific island nation of Tuvalu. For generations, they've thrived on their island home. But today, rising sea levels are swallowing their shores, forcing them to consider a heartbreaking question: will they have to abandon their homeland? And it's not just coastal areas. Farmers in rural Africa are finding it harder to grow crops as droughts become more frequent. Coral reefs, vital ecosystems that support a quarter of all marine life, are bleaching and dying as oceans warm. The impacts of climate change are far-reaching, affecting the food we eat, the water we drink, and the very landscapes we call home. But amid these challenges, there is hope. Around the world, people, communities, and nations are taking bold steps to fight back. We're transitioning to cleaner energy sources like wind, solar, and hydro. Electric vehicles are becoming more accessible, reducing our reliance on gasoline. And innovative solutions like capturing carbon from the atmosphere and restoring forests are gaining traction. Yet, individual actions are equally powerful. Every time we choose to recycle, save energy, or opt for sustainable products, we're making a difference. We're sending a message that we care about the future of our planet. Imagine if millions, even billions, of people took these steps together. The cumulative effect would be enormous. We know that reversing climate change is a monumental task. But by holding ourselves accountable, supporting policies that prioritize sustainability, and investing in green technology, we're building a legacy of resilience and care for future generations. The Earth's story is still being written, and each of us holds the pen to shape what happens next.
Moving ahead, we now call upon Shivank and Zina to present this year's theme of Earth Day 2025.
Earth Day has grown into a global movement that unites people, governments, and organizations in support of environmental protection. This year marks 55 years since the first Earth Day, and the planet is at a tipping point.
The theme of Earth Day 2025, Our Power, Our Planet, calls on everyone, individuals, businesses, and governments, to take bold action in addressing the climate crisis. It urges the world to triple renewable energy generation by 2030, aligning with the goals of the Paris Agreement to limit global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius.
To mitigate climate change, a comprehensive and collaborative approach is needed. This includes transitioning to renewable energy sources, reducing dependence on fossil fuels, enhancing energy efficiency, and embracing sustainable practices across all sectors, particularly in transportation, agriculture, and construction.
While large-scale policies play a vital role, individual actions matter just as much. Here are some simple yet impactful steps we can all take. First, power your home with renewable energy like solar or wind where available. Second, invest in energy-efficient appliances to lower your electricity use and carbon footprint. Third, unplug devices when they're not in use, not just switch them off. Even on standby, they consume power. Fourth, plant trees. They absorb carbon dioxide and provide critical cooling and biodiversity benefits. Fifth, reduce household waste. Segregate it and compost your organic waste to minimize landfill use. Sixth, choose eco-friendly transportation. Cycle, walk, or carpool whenever possible to reduce emissions.
By making smarter choices in our daily lives, we not only reduce our environment impact, but also set an example for others to follow. Together, we can shape a healthier and more sustainable future. We have already witnessed the power of collective action right here in Chandigarh, where citizens came together to protect the green spaces near the rock garden from being lost. Their determination proved that when a community unites with purpose, meaningful change becomes a reality. So today, let's choose to be that change. Let's raise our voices, not just in hope, but in action for the future of our planet. Because the climate crisis is not slowing down, and neither should we.
This Earth Day, we are called to educate, to advocate, and to act. The theme, Our Power, Our Planet, reminds us that the solutions start with us. Each one of us holds the power to shape a more sustainable and more livable world. To take a deeper dive into the theme, let's now watch a special curtain raiser video dedicated to Earth Day 2025.
We are Earth. Every breath we take, every drop we drink, every moment we live is sign of this planet. But the balance is breaking. Protection is vanishing. The air grows thick with pollution. The land cries out. Once we rose up, we demanded change. And we won. Now we must rise again. We're no strangers to hard times, and we know the only way through is together. Because science is surrender, and action is power. Act for clean air, for safe water, for your children's future. The choices we make now will echo for generations. Your voice matters. Your actions count. This is our moment.
In keeping with the theme, students of class 10 have prepared a short but powerful play titled Climate Change. Time to act is now. Let's welcome the team as they take us through the impacts of climate change and the solutions we must embrace.
The story begins with 6 friends, Nikhil, Samay, Karthik, Ranbir, Diya and Arshia, playing soccer in the park. After the match, as they were walking, they noticed a bunch of flyers scattered on the ground.
Chalo guys, let's play yaar.
Hey, what's this?
It's to raise awareness about global warming.
Really? People make such an issue over just a small increase in temperature?
It's more serious than you think. If global temperatures continue to rise, they could pose a threat to life on Earth.
How can a couple degrees really matter? 19 का 20 हो जाए तो क्या?
Well, the Earth's average temperature has been increasing since back in the 1800s during the Industrial Revolution. You know, it's actually closer to 1.5 degrees Celsius warmer than it was before industrialization.
1.3 degrees in 200 years. We'll just have hotter weather. Anyways, गन्ने का juice is nice. बड़ा गिलास 20 रुपए का.
Even half a degree increase could disrupt the entire ecosystem.
Exactly. At 2 degrees Celsius of global warming, we'll see deadly heat waves, droughts, floods, and a massive loss to plants and animals. Ganne ka juice can't help them, you know.
Wait a minute. This flyer talks about our own city, Chandigarh. It says the minimum temperature has risen by 1.5 degrees and the maximum has reached 48 degrees.
Even the monsoon patterns are unpredictable now. There's also water scarcity as rise in temperature leads to more evaporation.
And things could go even worse. If global temperature continue to rise by even 2 degrees Celsius, cities like Tokyo, Mumbai, New York could end up underwater. Can you imagine?
Oh, so that means even a small change in temperature is like that chota packet bada dhamaka, right?
Exactly. It's a big deal.
I think it's time we take some action.
Hey guys, कहाँ हो यार?
The next day, the friends meet again.
Well, I've thought a lot about it. But what can we really do to control climate change?
I think it's better we take a walk and discuss. As they walk, they observe the absence of trees in the area. Do you see any greenery here?
Nah, it's all very dull.
Exactly. Humans have cut down all the trees to build homes, farmland, and industries. There's almost no green space left.
But how do trees affect climate change?
Trees are the unsung heroes here. Very few realize their importance.
ऐसे कैसे? Unless you're talking about their aesthetic value.
Well, that too. But climate change is mainly caused due to increase in carbon dioxide levels, which trap heat, raising the global temperature.
The burning of fossil fuels, such as coal and petroleum products, primarily produces it.
So what do trees have to do with this?
Fourth में क्या पढ़ा था? When we grow trees, they absorb carbon dioxide. When we cut them down, that carbon dioxide gets stored in the atmosphere, trapping even more heat.
So that means deforestation is a major cause of climate change. I mean, that vriksh lagao, jeevan bachao is a real thing.
Exactly. Cutting down trees accelerates global warming.
Now that we all know this, let's plant a tree today and spread the word to our friends. It's a small step, but it can really help the planet breathe.
भाई लोग, मैंने तो बहुत सुन लिया. Now let's plant a tree.
Hey guys, wait up yaar. Ranveer, your sister is calling you.
Later that evening, Ranbir discusses climate change with his elder siblings Kabir and Aditi.
और फिर आज क्या किया?
We planted a few trees today. We're trying to bring small changes to help heal the planet. What more do you think we can do?
Let me tell you, there's a lot we can do. For example, where do you think most of our electricity comes from?
And don't say पापा के पैसे से.
Haha, very funny. Of course, from the thermal plants that burn fossil fuels like coal.
Exactly. Fossil fuels are the primary energy source. But there are ways we can reduce energy use.
So by unplugging devices when not in use, and by simply just drying clothes without using a dryer, we can reduce carbon emissions.
And don't forget waste segregation and recycling. Landfills release methane, a greenhouse gas that traps more heat in the atmosphere per molecule than carbon dioxide.
So by reducing our waste and using renewable sources of energy like solar and wind power, we can create a big difference, right?
But how can we implement that?
We can start by creating some campaigns to raise awareness about the use of fossil fuels. We can also start collecting donations to install a community solar panel.
Well, that's a great idea.
Hey, give me that phone. सारा दिन reels देख के energy waste करता है.
Hey, stop it! Give me back my phone.
Shut up.
A month later, the friends have gathered a small group of volunteers, including Siddharth, Rohit, and Kaira, to form a local activist group.
Conserve today, preserve tomorrow. Conserve today, preserve tomorrow. Conserve today, preserve tomorrow.
On the simplest steps we can take?
Of course there are. Some of these can be easily integrated in our daily lives. What do you think, Kyra?
A lot of carbon emissions come from the large number of vehicles on the road. What if we could reduce that?
That's easy. We can take public transport like school buses and carpool more often.
It saves money and time, and it's great for the environment. और दोस्तों के साथ time भी मिल जाएगा.
Climate change is an urgent issue. It's not just affecting our quality of life, it's harming future generations. The key is to take small, meaningful steps and make sure everyone understands how their choices impact the planet.
And so, the group continued their work, spreading awareness, planting trees, and reducing waste, and finding practical ways to combat climate change one step at a time. I now request everyone to rise for a pledge. I commit myself to reducing my carbon footprint by segregating the waste. I will take appropriate steps to save electricity. I will reduce food waste and only purchase and consume what I need. Whenever possible, I will walk, cycle or carpool, or take public transportation. I pledge to reduce
carbon emissions, and contribute to my nation's goal of net zero carbon emissions by 2050. Thank you.
That was truly a thought-provoking performance. Up next, the students from the music choir will present a beautiful song dedicated to Earth Day.
Sun shines bright, the sky is blue, trees stand tall, and flowers bloom too. The birds all sing, the air is free. Let's take care of our earth, you and me. Plant a tree, let it grow. Think of trash, don't let it blow. Turn off lights, save some power. Let's help Earth every hour. Water's precious, don't waste a drop. Turn off the tap, don't let it flop. Recycle paper, plastic too. Keep the earth clean, it's up to you. Plant a tree, let it grow. Think of trash, don't let it blow. Turn off lights, save some power. Let's help Earth every hour. Be kind to the earth every day. A little help goes a long, long way. Hold my hand, let's make it right. Let's keep Earth happy, clean, and bright. We love our planet, yes we do. Earth loves us and we love it too. Plant a tree, let it grow. Take the trash, don't let it blow. Turn off lights, save some power. Let's help Earth every hour. Hooray for Earth, hooray, hooray. Let's take care of it every day.
We now invite Jasmine to share the green initiatives and environmental activities carried out by our school to raise awareness and promote sustainable habits.
Good morning. Let us take a look at the various green initiatives implemented by our school as a part of its commitment to promoting environmental sustainability. Solar panels. The school has made significant effort to save energy by installing solar panels, which harness renewable energy from the sun. This initiative helps in reducing the school's reliance on traditional energy sources, lowering its carbon footprint and promoting sustainability. Rainwater harvesting. In line with the environmental sustainability, our school practices rainwater harvesting through 2 underground storage tanks located near the junior basketball area and the amphitheater, designed to collect and store rainwater efficiently. This stored water is primarily used to water the gardens and sports grounds. The school also has a dedicated underground water storage area for firefighting purposes, ensuring safety and readiness in case of an emergency. Segregation of waste in blue and green bins. The school takes a proactive approach to waste management, ensuring that waste is efficiently segregated and processed for sustainability. The waste is carefully sorted into blue and green bins, which are designated for recyclable and organic waste respectively. The segregation helps in reducing landfill waste and promotes recycling and composting. The school has both manual composting facility as well as an automatic composter to create compost, which is then utilized as natural manure for the school garden. This not only helps in reducing waste, but also nourishes the plants, supporting the school's green initiatives. Paper recycling. Paper waste generated in our school is sent to a paper recycling plant where it is processed into recycled sheets. These recycled sheets are then used by the art department, contributing to the school's efforts in reducing paper consumption and promoting the reuse of materials. Installation of climate clock. It is a visual representation, primarily a countdown that demonstrates how quickly the planet is approaching a 1.5 degrees Celsius increase in global temperature as defined by the Paris Agreement. It serves as a graphic tool to highlight the urgency of climate action and the need for all emissions reduction. All these initiatives reflect a conscious move toward creating an eco-friendly campus and raising awareness among the students and staff about the importance of environmental stewardship. Now let's watch a short video highlighting the various activities undertaken by the Eco Club during the academic year 2024-25. Thank you.
The Conserve My Planet program, launched on September 25th, 2024 at Vivek High School, concluded with a grand finale, the Green Championship held on February 13th, 2025 at the Millennium School, Mohali. Our student team, led by Adhiraj Singh with Gurmeher Singh Sidhu, Sanchit Nanda and Raganya Thakur emerged victorious in both the model and PowerPoint presentation rounds. Their innovative project, Restoring Resources, Creating Green Spaces for a Sustainable Tomorrow, earned them the championship title. We now request our principal, Mrs. Renu Puri, to kindly present the award to the winning team. I request the winning team to please come up on the stage. Adhiraj Singh, Gurmeher Singh Sidhu, Sanchit Nanda, and Raganya Thakur.
Adhiraj, congratulations. Well done. This is Gurmeher. Congratulations. Well done. Raganya, well done. You can laminate it, it will stay better. One hold up. And Sanjit, well done. This is for the team. That's a solar light. You can donate it to the school, right? And this is your trophy. Congratulations, please. You can keep this one. Very beautiful prize. This is for the school. You can put in your library.
Our Eco Action Initiative marshals have been observing and evaluating classrooms based on cleanliness and energy saving habits. One class in particular stood out for the commitment. They saved energy by switching off lights and fans when not needed, maintained neat and organized desks, and took pride in keeping the surroundings clean and tidy. As the saying goes, a clean classroom reflects a clean mind, and a clean environment reflects a healthy future. Let's hear a huge round of applause for Class 7B of session 2024 and 25. The current class is Class 8B. We invite the class and the class teacher, Ms. Deepika Ghai, and the co-class teacher, Ms. Gunjan Deep, on the stage to receive a small token of appreciation.
Come. All of you need to be up here. So proud of you. I know. Come on, line up here. Well done. So proud of all of you. Come. Bless you. Come, bless you. I think when they're all here, we need to clap for them. Yeah. The girls can come up here if there's no place. Okay, ma'am, please come. And Gunjan ma'am, I think, is not here. So let's hear it for this class. Last year, 7. Come. Bring the prize. So this is for the teacher. You can take this because you must have initiated that. Well done. It goes to my kids. And this is for the class. Wow. They can decorate it now in your room and be proud of it. Please take it. And there is a bookmark each for all of you. So please give it out. Well done, children. I hope a lot more of you are now inspired. Thank you.
Now we request ma'am to address the students and share her thoughts on this special occasion.
Well done. So, a lot of reminders we've got today. Some things have been done, but every day, each one of us has to make that difference. So, I urge all of you that right from now on, we have to make sure that we are sensitive towards the conservation of our planet. It cannot be otherwise. We have only one. It's very disturbing when in a place like Chandigarh, where there is so much of awareness amongst the citizens, we get these messages, and last evening I got a message from the education department to be prepared for any kind of natural calamity. And we've already been given warnings for what to do in case of a heat wave. And we are only on the 22nd of April. So children, you have a huge responsibility. You have your lives ahead of you. And to make it a better planet, that little difference of switching off lights, of being mindful of what you're buying, do you really need it? Because everything which is produced, even if it's for your whim or fancy, it's using energy. And it is only adding to the carbon footprint. So make that conscious decision at every step. The food you eat, the clothes you buy, the usage of the various gadgets which you have, and also everything else which you have to do in life, whether it is commuting. They gave us a lot of pointers today. Planting trees, making sure that we are sensitive to the needs. So on that note, let us all rise and get ready for the school song before we move to our classrooms. I really need to compliment the Eco Club, Bindya ma'am and the team of children. Well done, and that is a huge awareness you have created. Thank you so much.
We would like to thank everyone for the patience in this assembly, and we request the girls of classes 8th and 9th to stay back as others move back in an orderly manner. Thank you very much. Have a good day.